I'm 92 years old, sitting in a penthouse in Atherton, California, overlooking a valley of people making the same fatal mistake I made in 1958. I have outlived 47 colleagues. I have watched venture capital evolve from handshake deals to algorithm-driven chaos. And I have outlived the version of myself who thought talent was enough, who believed being brilliant meant I didn't have to work. From here, I can see what you cannot. Thousands of brilliant minds sprinting toward the same cliff I drove off in a Porsche. You think your talent will save you. It won't. Let me tell you about two men in 1958. One was me. The other was Caspian. Back then, I was the golden boy of Manhattan. I had a mind that could map out venture capital firms before my first coffee at the St. Regis. I was ambitious. I wanted Newport yachts and Upper East Side influence. But I was possessed by what you call burnout. I call it the comfort trap. I was lazy, not because I lacked energy, but because I was so talented I could coast on 20% effort, while others gave 100%. In 1958, I met Caspian at a firm in Greenwich, Connecticut. He was a dullard, half my IQ, none of my charm. I had designed a revolutionary shipping logistics company, a precursor to Amazon. I bragged about it at every Hamptons gala. I felt like a titan just for thinking of it. But weekends, I'd retreat to my beach house, telling myself I'd start Monday. I was too refined for grunt work. Caspian was too stupid to know he should rest. In 1964, I was fired. Not for incompetence, for arrogance. I walked out with my billion-dollar idea laughing. Now I'll build my empire. And I thought, but I didn't. I spent 6 months in Palm Beach planning, waiting for the right spark. My wife, Ilara, saw through me. She didn't see genius. She saw a coward hiding behind potential. She left on a rainy Tuesday with our dog and a note. Potential is just a fancy word for what you haven't done. That should have woken me up. Instead, I bought a Porsche and drove to Aspen, chasing a lifestyle I hadn't earned. 10 years later, 1974, I was broke, working a desk job in Chicago. I opened the Wall Street Journal and saw a man standing before a Seattle headquarters. Caspian. He hadn't stolen my idea. He'd simply done it. The exact model I'd bragged about at cocktail parties. He wasn't a genius. He was just a man who didn't let ambition stay a dream. I spent 40 years bitter, blaming the world. But here's the truth I refuse to face. Laziness in ambitious people isn't lack of drive. It's fear of being average. As long as I didn't try, I could tell myself I was a genius who just hadn't started. If I actually tried and failed, I'd have to admit I was ordinary. I chose the comfort of potential over the risk of performance. I protected my ego, and it stole my life. Let me tell you about the things I used to have. The Porsche, the beach house in Montauk, tailored Madison Avenue suits. Where are they now? Junkyards, sold 3 times over, rotting in landfills. I've been to 47 funerals. The U-Haul doesn't follow the hearse to the cemetery. Your possessions aren't your legacy. They're just stuff strangers will dispose of. So why are you working 60 hours a week? Missing your daughter's recital for a deadline? Skipping your son's game for a meeting? It is madness. I remember being called the golden boy of Manhattan at a gala. The room went quiet. I felt like a god walking home, but I walked into an empty apartment. Ilara had already pulled away. The applause had stopped. Your company will replace you before your obituary is published. The firm that fired me doesn't exist. The partners are dead. Nobody remembers the golden boy. But I remember Ilara packing that suitcase. I remember Chester the dog looking back at me with confused eyes. I remember the rain. That memory stays. Do not worship at the altar of your career. It will not love you back. But this story doesn't end in 1974 with me staring at Caspian's photo. 40 years later, I received a letter from Caspian's estate. He's passed away, and he left me something, a receipt for my cowardice. The letter arrived 3 weeks ago. Caspian's estate. He died at 89, 3 years younger than me, but he lived more in those 89 years than I have in 92. Inside the envelope, a single share of his company, worth millions now, and a photograph from 1958. Both of us standing in that Greenwich office, young and hungry. I stared at that photograph for an hour, then I turned it over. In Caspian's messy handwriting, "You had the map, but I was the only one willing to get mud on my boots. A map is just paper, my friend. It's the dirt that makes the man." He didn't leave me that share out of pity. He left it as a receipt. A reminder that his entire empire was built on work I was too gifted to do. For 40 years I told myself he got lucky. The photograph proved he got dirty. Every dollar he made was a dollar I could have made, if I'd been willing to be ordinary long enough to become extraordinary. So what did Caspian have that I didn't? Not intelligence, not vision, not connections. He had the willingness to fail, to look stupid, to get mud on his boots. The only wealth that lasts is what you actually do. I don't replay my brilliant ideas. They're worthless without execution. I replay Ilara packing. I replay choosing the Porsche over humility. Caspian probably had mundane Tuesdays. He probably struggled, failed 1,000 times. But he lived. He got dirty. He was willing to be bad at something until he was good at it. I lived in my head. I was Michelangelo without the Sistine Chapel. Da Vinci without the inventions. Potential kept safely in my mind, where it couldn't be judged or realized. And right now, looking at you, I see myself in 1958. You'll start Monday. You're waiting for the right moment. You're too talented for grunt work. You're planning, strategizing, optimizing. You are doing exactly what I did, and you will end up exactly where I ended up. Here's what you're going to do. Not Monday, not soon, not when you're ready. This Tuesday. Practice 1. Go be ordinary. You're terrified that if you give 100% and fail, the world will know you aren't special. Let me liberate you. You are average. We all are. Caspian was average. But he did average things every day for 30 years, and that compounded into extraordinary. Stop protecting your potential. The world rewards completed mediocrity over perfect plans. Pick the thing you've been planning. Do the worst version of it today. Make it public. Accept that it's bad. Do it again tomorrow, slightly less bad. The app you've been designing for 2 years. Build an ugly version this week. The book you're outlining. Write a terrible first chapter today. The business you're researching. Launch a basic version this month. You will stop being the genius with the brilliant idea. You will start being the ordinary person with the finished product, and that ordinary person will lap you while you're still at the whiteboard. Practice 2. Kill the right moment. Monday, next month, when I have more savings, when the kids are older, when I'm more ready. I waited in Palm Beach for 6 months. 6 months became 40 years. Let me liberate you. There is no right moment. The right moment was yesterday. The second best moment is now. This Tuesday, not Monday. Monday is still fantasy. Start it. With your current resources, current knowledge, a current readiness. Make the first move, however small. The difficult conversation, Tuesday. The creative project, Tuesday. The career change first step, Tuesday. The relationship repair, Tuesday. You will stop living in the future. You will stop saying, I'm going to. You will start saying, I did. That shift from future to past tense is the shift from potential to performance. Practice 3. Embrace the empty box. I spent 50 years saving room for my achievements, waiting for the perfect moment to fill it. The box is empty. The only thing in it is dust from the life I should have lived. You don't get to save anything for later. There is no vault in heaven for unused potential. Spend it all. Give it all. Use it all. Now. Imagine you're 92 looking back. What do you wish you had spent? Time, love, courage, creativity. In what do you wish you hadn't saved? The good supplies, the someday plans, the held back affection. Now reverse it. Spend that today. Before sleep tonight, ask, what did I spend today that I'll be glad I spent? The good tools. Use them today. The love you're rationing. Give it freely. The idea you're saving for the right time. Share it. The forgiveness you're withholding. Offer it. You will stop living like you have infinite tomorrows. You will taste the coffee instead of rushing past it. You will tell people you love them while they can still hear it. You will arrive at 92 with an empty box, but it will be empty because you filled your life, not because you hoarded your potential. I'm back in the Atherton penthouse now. My hands shake as I hold this photograph. I can see the valley below. Thousands of brilliant minds, here all of them planning. They're all me in 1958, and most of them will be me in 2026, looking back at the life they should have lived. I am 92 years old. I can hear the clock. Can you? It's ticking for you too. You think you have decades. You might. But Caspian thought he had decades in 1958. None of us know how much dirt we'll get to touch. So here is what you're going to do. This Tuesday, you're going to get mud on your boots. Pick the thing, start the thing, suck at the thing, do it anyway. Go be a fool. Go be ordinary. Go fail publicly. Because I am 92, and I can tell you with certainty, the pain of being a failure is a whisper compared to the deafening scream of what if. Don't end up with an empty box. Get dirty.